I hate self-checkout. Now, what does it have to do with the law? I hate self-checkout. Every time I go to a place and there's a self-checkout, I think, if I go work for them and I do the job of a cashier at a store, I got to bill them for my hourly rate, right? Because that's what I would charge to go work somewhere. Well, I wish I could, but I can't. But here's why I really hate it. I've recently been hired on a case, and here's what happened. A store, and you go to these places, and they usually have somebody there to help, right? So you do the self-checkout, and you have problems, you can push a button and a red light comes on, and you can wave the person down, and they'll come help you. Well, or they think you've made a mistake with it, they ought to come help you right then. Well, here's what happened. I recently had a situation where a woman, while she's pregnant, goes to this one store repeatedly, and apparently she was missing some things, not on purpose, purely accidentally. But that store waited until she had missed or miscalculated or hadn't fully scanned enough items that they could report it to law enforcement as a felony. Right? If you walk out of a store, just shoplift a $5 item that's a B or C misdemeanor, and it's not a big deal. Now, you may get banned from that store. It's a crime of moral turpitude. But what bugs me about these self-checkouts is these stores are, in a way, trying to set people up for not doing a job that they're not trained to do accurately. I'm not trained to be a cashier at a local grocery store. You probably aren't either, but they want us to do it right, and if we don't do it right, they're going to come after us criminally. And that's what looks like is going to be happening to a young mother, because she went to a self-checkout, the risk management came and said, guess what? You've stolen this much stuff from us because you don't know how to use our checkout machine. They called the cops got there, saw she was pretty dang pregnant. They didn't want to take her to jail. And so they gave her a note and said, hey, we're going to contact you, and you're likely going to be prosecuted for a felony. Now, I hope that doesn't happen for this young mother. I hope that the prosecutor's office and law enforcement see the light and do the right thing. But it's just another reason that I don't like self-checkout, besides the fact I think I'm doing a job that I'm, not to be arrogant, but I'm overqualified for and not trained how to do right. And yet if I mess it up, I could be subject to criminal charges. So my rule of thumb on self-checkout, I do it if I'm buying a couple of things, not a cart full of stuff. And if possible, I always go to the person, even if I have to wait in line. It drives my family crazy. But this story that is a case I'm working right now is a reason why we all need to be cautious about self-checkout. And if you do it, make sure you do it right, because they're taking your picture and they're taking your video, and they will lie in wait so they can get you on a felony, instead of coming over and saying, hey, Travis, you missed that thing in the bottom of your basket. And you're like, oh, crap. I've done that. A few years ago, I went to a self-checkout and got out there and I missed a loaf of bread. I went back in the store, scanned the loaf of bread, and paid for it. I didn't want them putting that on a tally to get me with a felony sometime later on. So I'm going to quit. I'm going to get off my soapbox because I'm really irritated about it. And I know this family is really irritated about it. So please don't do self-checkout. And if you have to, be really, really careful. I still might send them an invoice. Hey, if you've got questions about this or any other legal things that we might be able to help you with, go ahead and visit greaterzionlaw.com. Like and subscribe to our channels. We're on most social media where you can find more videos like this talking about legal issues.